So a few weeks ago my nephew contacted me and said, hey, would you be interested in going to see an F1 in Europe somewhere on a road trip? Hell yeah. So next what we had to decide was which car we're going to do it in. And we're not taking the SVR. And of course my 911 996 is nowhere near ready just yet. And neither am I taking the Skoda. So, which car are we going to go in? Well, this will be a surprise to you all. So let me show you the car that we are taking on a road trip to the Austrian F1 Grand Prix. So this is the car that we're going in. Yes, it's a 2025 Tesla Model Y. And the first job is to get this baby loaded up with all our gear and the tent. Let's get it done. We did it! It's all in there. So that's camping for a weekend for us, everything packed up. So let me tell a little bit about the schedule and the route we intend to take. We will be setting off and driving all the way down to Dover, where we have booked into the Premier Inn in Dover Central, and then we stay in there overnight and get a good bit of kip. Then in the next morning we're going to jump on that Dover-Calais ferry to get us across the water onto France. And then after we've cleared customs in Calais, we set off for a long trip all the way down to Regensburg in Germany, where we've got another hotel booked to stay the next night. We then wake up, have breakfast and set off again for the last leg, which is to get to the Red Bull Ring in Spielberg in Austria. Right, so you know the route, you know what our intentions are. Let's hit the road, let's get going. Right, we're off. This is Lee, my nephew, this is his Tesla, and this is us going all the way to Austria in a Tesla. Now it's going to be interesting, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at how much it's going to cost us to actually take an electric car all the way to Austria and back again, and we're going to add all that up, and at the end of this video I think you're in for a big surprise, because I'm hoping that we are as well. So with it being a Tesla, the technology in these cars is absolutely fantastic. Just look what the infotainment screen is already telling us when we've pumped in the postcode for the hotel down in Dover. So we've pumped in here the postcode to the hotel in Dover, and look down here, look at that, can you see? It's saying that we will get the supercharger at Medway. We will need to stop there, because when we get there we're going to have 9% left, and that's going to be taking us 214 miles, and by 7 PM that's where we should get to. And that'll be good, because that will then give us a full charge, and by the time we then hit Dover, which I think is about another 45 minutes from there, we're going to have a full charge after going across on the ferry to get through Calais. But there's no fear, because this mapping system in the Tesla will tell us where all the superchargers are. So range anxiety shouldn't be a thing, but I think it always is. But hopefully this video will prove to you you don't have to worry about that.
Many hours later.
I spy my little eye, something beginning with R. Road. Yeah, your turn.
I spy with my little eye something beginning with C.
Car?
Yeah.
Where's the best place to charge, guys? In an actual Tesla dealership. Now what the car actually told us was we need to charge up for 2 minutes just to give us enough charge to actually get down to Dover with about 2% left. But you know what, we just got a coffee, we're going to sit here for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, put a bit of charge in the car, and then we'll let you know at the end how much charge we did, but not the cost at this moment. Don't forget, stay tuned to find out the cost at the end.
20 minutes later.
Right guys, we're going to knock it off there. We've got 21 minutes in there now, so that's 28 kilowatt hours we've had given to us by spotted this supercharger, so that's going to be easily enough to get us down to Dover with lots to spare. So we're going to now crack on to Dover, and then we're going to there's a charger right next to the hotel we're staying in, so we're going to go charge up 100% there, so when we get over to Calais on the ferry tomorrow, we'll have a full charge. And we've made it, guys. We're down in Dover, and we've actually done quite well. We've got 30% left on the battery, but what we're going to do is we're going to use the Tesla supercharger here to charge this up now to give us that 100%, so when we hit Calais after getting off the ferry tomorrow, then we'll have the full charge. Right, so apparently he's going to let me eat it, so we'll just tap that there. Oh, look at that. Now what do? We'll grab this. So we'll grab this thing here, and look at that. Oh, my word. It weighs a ton. There we go. It's now plugged in. That's gone blue, it's flashing. It's gone green. Right, so you can see 35% there on the screen. Look, that's now charging. How long did it say till full charge?
50 minutes.
How many?
50.
50? Right, so we're going to leave that now, 50 minutes. We're going to go get something to eat, and then we'll come back and carry on. Right, come back to the car now, and it's almost there. Look, we've got 5 minutes remaining before it's at full charge. 98%, 2% more to go, and then we're going to be ready for the ferry tomorrow to get into Calais. So let's finish up, and then we're going to get back to the hotel, get our reds down, and get up for a nice full English breakfast before we hit the ferry. See you tomorrow.
The next day.
Well, it's the next morning now, and it's down for breakfast, so let's get a big full English in our bellies before we hit the ferry. Oh yes. It's got to be done, guys. Right, it's breakfast over, so it's back to the car now. I'm going to go join that queue to get on the ferry. Dover, heading towards Calais. Next time I'll see you, we're docking in Calais. Here we are now pulling into Calais. Hope you can hear me over the wind, but it's been a bit of a windy crossing. But here we go, look. It looks a bit miserable over here, but it was quite miserable when we left UK. But I think as we go more south, the weather's going to get better, especially in Austria. I think it's going to be really nice when we get there. So let's get back down to the car now and get off this ferry onto French soil. Right, we're on the way now, guys. The next leg of this journey is 600 miles down to Reisenberg, where we've got the next hotel, and that's where we're going to take the next break. Looking at the Tesla now, we've pumped in to a supercharger, which I think is going to be good for us a couple of hours down the road. So looking at the screen there, we've selected this supercharger at Zevenferm or something, and that's going to be about 2:30 when we're going to get there. So that's a few hours driving for us, and then we can have a comfort break and a coffee break, stick in a bit of charge, because he's telling me there we'll be at 44%, so we've still got plenty of charge in this vehicle, and that's after about 2.5 hours driving. We're still going to have quite a bit of charge left, so all going good at the moment. When we get there, we're going to top it up a bit, and I'll let you know how that goes. Still not reveal how much it's going to cost us, because we'll save that for the surprise at the end.
Many hours later.
Lee, what's your favourite colour, mate?
Red.
Red.
What's yours?
Blue.
Nice.
And we've decided to stop here now. We've done about 150, 160 miles. We've got about 45-50% charge left, so we're going to stop here, put her on again, and give it a bit of a top up while we go get a comfort break. Right, so this charge, guys, we're up to 90% knock, so we've only been here like 15 minutes or so. It's boosted it up there. That's going to be enough. It says 15 minutes later. we could have a full charge, but 90% is going to get us a long way. So let's get back on the road and get moving. We've only done a little bit, to be honest. We've done what seems to be a lot of hours because we've just gone round, was that Brussels?
Brussels.
Yeah, so we've just gone what is basically the M25 round Brussels, and it's just as bad as the M25. It was rammed, so it took us a while to get this far. So we're going to get back on the road now, get cracking and get some miles behind us. Oh no, looks like we're sat on the Cologne equivalent of the M25 now. Unfortunately, we're at this part of Cologne in Germany. Just gone 5 PM here, so it's peak time. We're going to get all the way at traffic, aren't we? But hey ho, never mind, we'll get there. And we're down at the next stop now, and we had about 26% left there, it says, look. So we're banging this one on now, and there we go, look. Here's the numbers. So this one is going to cost us, can't really see, it's changing, point something per kilowatt hour. But we'll see at the end, don't forget. I'm not going to reveal how much it cost us until the very end, when we're going to add it all up and take an average, and then we'll reveal the cost, and we'll see how much money we've actually saved doing it this way. Right, we're going to go get something to eat now because it's tea time, and we'll leave this charging for, I don't know, 45 minutes or so, and it should come back nearly 100%. Oh my word, our tea has turned up, and it's a pizza. Look at the size of that to my hand, it's massive. So I've got a lovely Americana, and Lee's got a lovely Hawaiian. And there we go, charging stopped at 96%. After we just demolished those pizzas, oh my word. Oh, that was a massive pizza, but very, very, very enjoyable. So now to unplug, and we can get back on the road and get some more miles behind us. So you can see on the route there, so this is where we are. This is where it's saying you need to charge to get to there. So it's split it up into like 2 hours to give us enough charge, so that when we get to the end, it's saying that we're going to get to Weithem, Germany, and we'll have 46%. We just need to charge for 10 minutes, so when we get to the end of the road, we'll have 10% left. We might charge a bit longer than that, so we've got a big full battery full. So when we get to the German hotel, we'll have a good charge in the battery for when we set off the following morning. We'll play it by ear and here. Let's see what we've got when we get to the next stop. Right, next stop, we're at another 150, 180 miles down the road, so again we need to plug her in to get a bit more charge. It just says we need to do about 20 minutes, but we're going to let it charge right to the top, because if we just did as it said, we would have got to the hotel with 10% left, but we're going to get it fully charged, so by we get to the hotel, we should have about 50% left, so tomorrow when we leave the hotel we can just blast straight off to get to the Red Bull Ring for the F1. Right, we're done again, we've got it up to 96%. But I'm not telling you how much it cost. Again, that will all be revealed at the end. We'll put it all together and I'll tell you what this journey has cost us. So let's get the last leg of today's journey. Now is to get to the hotel. Let's get shifted. Oh, check out this tunnel, guys. And oh my word, we've made it. So we're in the hotel car park now. It's an underground car park here in Reisenberg in Germany, and that's just under 12 hours of driving to get here. Whew, it's been a long day. It's now what is it? It's 12:15. So we're going to get our kit out here, get in the hotel, get our reds down, because we're up at 6:30 tomorrow for a new start to get to Red Bull Ring in Spielberg for the F1. So good night from us at this time.
The next day.
Probably our last big breakfast before we hit the camping. Breakfast over, and this is the last day of travelling down to the Red Bull Ring. Car's preheated or pre-cooled because it's going to be 26, 27 degrees here today as we travel through Germany to Austria to the Red Bull Ring at Spielberg. Right, here we go. So this should be the last charging stop before we get to the Red Bull Ring. So so we just need to, we're down to about 12% now. So bang it in this charger. We're going to give it probably half an hour here while we just go get a brew, and then that should take us up to about 50-60%. We've got about an hour to go after this, and then we're there. And we are here, so we've got onto the Violet camping site, and the actual racetrack is just over there. So it's very, very close. Well, look, you can see the stand over there. It's very, very close to the racetrack. So this is a really, really good camping site. And as we came on, the guy just pulled up and said, oh, you're the only UK people on this campsite. There's one American, I think, and all of these vehicles here. So I don't know where the other people are from, but yeah, so we're going to get in a position, then we can get that tent up. Right, we're up and running, guys. So the tent has now been put up. Yeah, it's actually, all of a sudden the sun's come out and it's about 28 degrees now, so it's absolutely sweltering, but we managed to get it up in time. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go trackside and we're going to go get our tickets and go get in and go see where our seats are. So just walking around trying to find our gate, guys, and look what we've got here. Not one, but two GT3 RS. But these are a 992, so this is the later model. You can tell by the way the fins protrude out the wing. 991, the fins are lower than the wing. Look at that, baby. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
That's a GT2, Phil.
Is it? Ah, right. GT2 RS then? Yeah, GT2 RS. Whoa, no, not two. So it's a GT2 RS and a GT3 RS. Oh my word. Don't often see that, do you?
Here we go, your first F1 experience.
I know, here we are. Look at this is amazing, guys. If you've never been to an F1, which I haven't, and I had to come for this experience with Lee. Wow, this entrance, let me just show you here. So if you look here, you've got a load of side stalls over there, but you see up there, all them people, that's the stairway in that grandstand over there, and then the track is running down here, which we'll see when we get further up there, but you can hear the cars there now, so something's going on. So we're going to go find where our seats are, and yeah, check out what's going on. Right guys, we're just passing this, and it says Sky Fan Lounge, and we thought, well, do you get anything of that? So we had a quick word with them, and basically they said, yeah, you can go in there, you can get a free coffee, you can charge your mobile phones for free, you can sit around here in the lounge area, but not only that, a driver from the Porsche Cup comes here every day and you can meet them. So, hey, bonus just for being a Sky customer. So we've registered for that. Right, so today, guys, is practice day, so here I'm watching the practice. We're in this grandstand here, so I showed you this from a distance. Let's have a look. So this is the grandstand that we're in. It goes on right up there, and we're on this bend here. Oh, it's Lewis Hamilton apparently. Lewis Hamilton has just gone round. There's helicopter, which is filming the camera helicopter. Yeah, so sorry if you can't get this on the vocals, but obviously this is very loud here. I'll say this is Friday, the practice day, so what we're seeing here, you see a lot of the cars going into the pit lane. So obviously they're going to change the car to then have another practice. So this is it, exciting stuff. Whoa, look at the cars. Look at these coming round. Absolutely amazing. I think for a car guy like me, this is something you need to experience. And I'm so glad I experienced it, because this is fantastic. Here we go, guys. I mean, look at all this lot over here. So obviously there's a big Dutch contingent here, because Max Verstappen is doing quite well. So everybody you see,
call the Orange Army.
Yeah, the Orange Army over there. Look, so anybody you see in orange is a Max Verstappen supporter.
Not everyone. Could be McLaren.
Oh, could be McLaren. Okay, I stand corrected. I know nothing about F1. Don't forget.
McLaren are orange as well.
McLaren.
Papaya.
Ah, okay. Oh, okay. Right guys, special treat. So what we've done, we just blagged our way into the main grandstand, right? These are very expensive tickets here. But we blagged our way in, just have a look at it, I mean. Oh my word! Let me show you this. Look at this lot. This is only like practice sessions, not the actual race, of course. Tell you what, you definitely need earplugs here because the noise, with it having the roof there, the noise is echoing through here and it's deafening. Earplugs essential in this area. Anyway, for us, we're just going to knock about in here for a bit longer. We're going to sort of milk it as much as we can and then be back to the porpoise pit, which I'll just show you where we are. We're just over there looking, that stand over there, that's where we are. Still not bad though, is it? Also guys, I thought I'd just treat myself to a Bacardi and Coke while I'm here, but €9. And this is like a slushy Coke, so it's quite nice actually. Not too bad. Look at the prices here. You see that price of the beer there is €7.50. Yeah, what else we got? I don't even know what half of these things are. Sparkling water, half a litre sparkling water, €4.50. And then some fizzy drinks and Red Bulls. Obviously they're one of the sponsors, but €4.80 for a Red Bull. Jeez, not a cheap place to come, but what an experience up to now. Right guys, we're going to give this a go, so this should be quite a laugh. So this is like an air blaster, and you sit in front of it, and it blasts you to bits. So let me do this for you. Right, here we go guys, let's see what's going to happen. Line your face with the guide. Right, here we go, here we go. You ready? Watch this. Ooh. What's going to happen? Ready? Probably it's going to blast some air.
Stand by for lights out.
Oh, here we go. Oh my. Oh my word, look at that. And it's outside. So there's a wee look. Brilliant. Oh my god. And this is for everybody to see outside. Oh no, cover it over quick. Schnitzel and chips for tea. I'll have to cut it short because there's a lot of music in the background and it'll get a strike. Day two guys, just heading in now and I've had a bit of breakfast, nice brew, bit of a coffee, and we're going in now because it's the Porsche Challenge Cup qualifying.
Porsche Supercup.
Supercup. Porsche Supercup. I like a bit of Porsche, well Porsche as people say, it should be said, but you can say it either way, who cares? So let's get in there, let's go check our seats now. The weather, look at the weather up there. It's going to be absolutely, see this, helicopters. The helicopters are coming in every 5 minutes, bringing the VIPs to the helicopter. You probably can't see the helicopter landing place over there. So all your VIPs are coming in constantly in those helicopters. It's unbelievable. What an event. What an event. I've never known anything like it, really. But yeah, so let's get in there. We'll get to the grandstand. I'll get a bit of video of some of the cars, some of the Porsches going around. Oh dear, guys. Looks like we picked a bad time. It's only 10 past 10, but You see that queue going right up there, and it actually goes right round the corner up the top, and it's behind those trees is where the entrance is. Oh well, we're in plenty of time to see the 911s going around the track anyway. Hey! Guns drum.
Second in the championship is
That's a lot of GT3s all in one place. That was good, wasn't it? The old Porsche GT3 Cup, excellent. Really enjoyed that, and it's now lunchtime, so we thought we'd go for the pizza, pretzel and a bottle of water. Perfect lunch on a day like this. Next race is the F1 practice. We'll have a quick glimpse of that. Hey guys, we've gone and done it again. We've gone and blagged our way into the main grandstand, as you can see here. This is practice 3 now. Hopefully we'll do the same for the qualifier this afternoon. Check the view from here out though, it's superb.
auf die Kurve 5 direkt und dann Doppel links. Links auf rechts.
Still reckon my F-Type can beat all those. They're not very fast. But this is the VIP bar now, boys and girls. We thought we'd just walk into here. If we got stopped, just walked in. Have a little wander around. Thank you.
The next day.
Right guys, last day, so here we go now. So pack the tent away, we're all ready to hit the road as soon as the racing's finished to head off home, because we're going to head home in one big go. So we're not stopping at all on the way, that's going to be pretty tough. So we're going in now to watch the Porsche GT3 Supercup race, and then after that will be the actual F1 race, and then we're going to fly out after that. I'll drop in a bit of video after this. And here we are again in the Sky Lounge, which we got access to. You get two free coffees every day for each person, so that's 4 free coffees or water or Red Bulls. Brilliant. So just sat here now, just waiting for the start of the Porsche GT3 Supercup. They're revving up now, don't know if you can hear it. You might be able to see them over the start right in the distance there. And they're off. So this is the race that's before the F1. This is about a 20-25 minute race, and then F1 follows this one up. I'll show you a bit of this, because these are the cars that I love. Porsche 911 GT3s, but they do look like a GT3 RS. Check these. Here they come, first lap. And here we go again, guys. Managed to blag our way into the main grandstand to watch the drivers parade. Watch this. So what this is, guys, is the drivers all come out and they're announced, they come down the stairs and then they get into a van, and then that van is going to drive around the track slowly to do a parade to everybody in all the other grandstands. But we're seeing it here when they're actually going to get in the van. So what's happening now, guys, is a Legends Parade. We've got legendary drivers are driving some of the cars I showed you earlier in the video, like General Lee and all things like that. And they're going to be coming through past here, past the grandstand. Let's check these ones out.
Was diese Legende heute wert ist, dieses Auto, ein 3 Liter 12-Zylinder, der 180 Grad Motor von Ferrari. Und das Auto ist im Bereich von Ferrari Klassiker nicht nur zertifiziert, sondern aber auch natürlich auch im Schuss gehalten. Diese Autos können eigentlich gar nicht fahren, dieses Ding so zu bewegen.
So guys, it's just about 50 minutes towards the race now before it's going to start, and they're just preparing the grid here with getting all the stuff out for the cars, because in a moment they're going to be pushing out all the cars and get them on the grid in their start positions. So this is the prep that's happening. So they're bringing out all the tyres, everything they need to get the car ready to fire off when the race is to begin. We'll come back when the cars are out. So I just saw there, guys, was bringing that green car there onto the grid into its position, and now we're going to get it prepared, ready to race. So we started, guys, and we just started with a formation lap. And they're revving, they're ready to go, and they're off. It begins. The 2025 Austrian Grand Prix has now started. So I'm going to be coming around this corner any minute now. So guys, it's just on the big screen up there, which I don't want to show you because I might not have the rights to it. But it looks like Max Verstappen is out. He's been wiped out on first or second corner, I think it was. Kimi Antonelli's out as well. That's going to really upset the Dutch here because there's a massive, massive Dutch contingent at this. You probably can't see them, but right over there, it's a whole raft of orange, which are Max Verstappen's fans, but they're not going to be very happy now because he's out. And the race has now got safety car out. We'll have to see what happens from here. So we just had a safety car lap, and now everything's been cleared off, the vehicles have been removed, and it's back to normal. So they should all come piling round this bend any second now. Watch and listen to this, guys. To experience that, the sound and the noise, the excitement as they come around that corner is amazing. Right, I'll get back to you near the end because obviously you can watch this much more detail on TV, but well, I think that's going to be it from us here then, guys. We're right near the end, we're about 3 laps away, but we want to beat the rush because we've got a long drive to get home, and a lot of people are doing the same. Look at that, everybody's kind of leaving a bit early to beat the mad rush at the end. So it looks like Norris is going to win this one. And yeah, we're going to get on the road, and now we're going to do the massive journey home. So it's from here to Calais to get the ferry non-stop. We're going to drive overnight. The car will tell us where we need to stop to recharge, and we're going to just do as it says, really, and just see how it works. Don't forget to stay till the end where I'll reveal the total cost for the charging that we've had to pay to get us the 1100 plus miles here and 1100 plus miles back. And I think you're going to be in for a surprise, but let's see. Right, guys, we're kind of laughing about it, but it's not great, but here's something that's going to add to the experience. If any of you guys ever come to something like this again in Austria, just look at this. So we came back, and as we came back, we saw there was a police van parked blocking the exit to the campsite. So we thought, what's going on there? So we had a word with the police. Now, the race finished at 5 p.m, and the police are going to sit here and block this campsite until 8 p.m. tonight. And I think that's to allow, if you look at all these pedestrians here, that's to allow them to get out of the way. So there's no move, and if you look here, we've got cars lining up all the way down there. There's cars lining up here waiting to get out when the barrier is lifted by the police, but that's not until 8 p.m. Now, we were fuming, and Lee, who booked all this, was fuming as well. So we've been to the guys in purple over there. They're to do with the campsite. We went to them just to ask them and say, come on, it's ridiculous. Where does it say this? Where does it say this? And they said, let me show you. And he pulled Lee back over here and let me show you what he showed him. So this is the sticker for the campsite. And I'm not sure if you can read it there, but it says, on Sunday, only possible leaving after 8 p.m. Got us hook, line and sinker. Now our issue is that we were looking to get to Calais for about 9:30. Our ferry is 12:50, but you've got to check in by 11:50. So we're like about an hour and a half leeway. We're losing 3 hours here. So it's going to be a bit dodgy whether we get that ferry. But the good thing is, the booking of the ferry does allow you to get the ferry before or the ferry after. Ferry after is 14:20. So that means we've got to be there at 13:20. So that's give us that little bit extra few hours. Now what we might have to do is get through Germany and really put the pedal to the metal on those autobahns, which you can obviously. But the other issue is that the car, we left it with 10% charge only, because so yeah, not a problem. What we'll do is we'll leave the campsite, go to the nearest charger, chuck a bit of charging, and it's game on. So even when we leave this site, we're going to have to hit a charger as soon as, because it's going down while the car's sat there. It's gone, I think it was 11 or 12%, it's down to 10 now. So we're going to have to hit a charger as soon as we can, get some charging to this, get down the road. But even at 8 p.m, when they open the barrier, every other campsite's going to be doing the same thing. So there'll be a mass of cars trying to get out of here. So I don't know. I'll update you when we get to 8 p.m, and let's see what happens. Well guys, we're on the way, and it's 7:50, well 7:17 now, so we got off about 3/4 of an hour earlier. Now, fingers crossed that we're going to make the ferry. I think we will. The actual map from Tesla says that we'll probably make it, but the problem is
the race is on.
The race is on, yeah. We've got the autobahns, don't forget, so we should be able to go well. But look at this. We have 8% charge. But this is telling us we've only got to go 7.4 kilometres, 10 minutes, and then we can be at a supercharger, which is up here. Up here, where is it? Where is it? There it is. Supercharger there with 3 available spaces. One of them is ours. Get it reserved. We need that charge. But it's not a problem. I mean, it's so close. We knew that when we actually parked up that there was a supercharger nearby, so we left it on a low percentage. Otherwise, we'd have put more in it before we parked up. Anyway, we're on the way now, and I'll let you know when we get there. Oh, sunshine. Oh, so we made it, guys. Yeah, we got to the supercharger. It was only 5 minutes away, so that's great. So we've left the charging up now, and we're going to get a decent amount of charging, but we're just going to the shop. So, spa here, look. So we're just going to the spa, get some supplies for the journey, and when we get back in, I'll just show you what the map tells you. It's really clever, because it's going to tell us the full route, exactly where we should stop, exactly how much charge we need to put in to get our journey to get us to Calais with possibly 10%. I'll show you that when we get back to the car. Wow, can you believe it, guys? Look at that, 54% it's gone to, and that was about 10-15 minutes, not long at all. So here's the map that we've banged in Port of Calais now, and it's coming all of the details there. But what it does show you, if you look at the map on here, you can squeeze in. Those red things are all the superchargers we're going to need to hit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 superchargers that we're going to go on. But if you look here, basically it's saying get to the first supercharger and you'll have 15% left. All you need to do is sit there for 12 minutes. So nip into the toilet break, whatever. Second one again, you'll have 10% left if you do the first one, 8 minutes there, so on and so forth. Now you can opt to maybe skip one of these. So if we, instead of staying for 12 minutes, stayed for say 20 or 30 minutes here, we'd probably be able to skip that one and go straight onto this one. We'll have enough charge for that. We're just going to play it by ear, because if we do all of this, look at the end says we're going to get to Calais by 5 to 10. And that is actually the perfect time for us. We've got the 12:50 ferry, so we've got to be there for 11:50. Well, 10 o'clock, it's going to be perfect time. We've got plenty of time to make that, so we don't have to go mad on the autobahns maybe. But anyway, we'll play it by ear and just see how it goes. If anything interesting happens, I'll come back to you. Right guys, we've done the first leg now, so we've done about 2.5, 3 hours. That's just under 200 kilometres I think. It's actually brought us back to one of the service stations we came to on the way, so that's interesting. What we're going to do, it does recommend 15 minutes charge. We're going to stick 30 minutes in, because really when it said 15 minutes charge, the next stop would have been about an hour and a half driving. We're going to try and get 3 hours driving in, just to do it that way, so Lee's going to go get his head down while I do a bit of driving, and vice versa. See you at the next stop.
Many hours later.
Right guys, it's 10 to 4 now. Lee's just gone to get some steps in and I'm just having a bit of a coffee, but I've just finished doing about 3.5 hours driving, so I'm going to drink this coffee and then Lee's going to drive and I'll get my head down. I don't even know how far we've got yet. It's very hard to see on this map. We're actually scheduled to hit Calais at 11 AM, which is good because our ferry is 12:50, so that should be good. If we could knock some time off, because we're in Germany, and on my stint I was doing about 90-100 miles an hour down the autobahns. It's absolutely fantastic it is, really. No, not breaking any laws by doing that. And it's night time and there's no traffic, so it's safe as you like. Anyway, right, Lee's going to jump in, he's going to drive from now on. I'm going to get my head down and get some sleep. Well, it's been a long night guys, but it's daytime again, so we're about 4 hours away from Calais now, and we're just leaving the car and charge there, give it a bit of a boost, get a bit more in it. We're gonna go for breakfast at, oh yes, big treat, McDonald's. You gotta do what you gotta do. Living the dream guys, living the dream. And it's me driving now guys, and I must say driving this Tesla is dead easy. The only thing you've got to be wary of, when you take your foot off the accelerator, it does have that regenerative braking, and it really does sort of break down quite quickly. That's the difference driving a petrol or diesel car, I think. But apart from that, absolutely dead easy. I drive automatics all the time, so it's very similar to that, to be honest. Loving it. And here we are guys, we've made it with a good hour and a half to spare, so coming all that way, plenty of time to spare. Going to go in the duty free now, have a comfort break, maybe get a drink or something, see if there's any good offers on the spirits. Here we are, back on British soil, and now we've just got the long drag to get us back home.
Many hours later.
And that's it, we're home, and that brings us to the end of this video. But before we go, let's talk about the cost. So I took all the data from the Tesla app, and you can see there that we actually charge for about 16 times in lots of different countries. And I've put there the energy that we got delivered at those charging points, and I've done the cost at 50p per kilowatt hour, because that's what I was kind of seeing, because it all depends on the time of the day, the place, the popularity of the charging station, etc. And you can see there the total cost of the charging was £282.47. And you can see there the total amount that we spent charging was 6.77 hours, and we drove a total of 2,680 miles. And if we take that mileage and divide it by the cost that we've paid, that works out at 11p per mile. But wait, I did say you'd have a surprise at the costs. And here it is guys, the surprise at the costs here is that it cost us absolutely zero for charging, because the offer on the lease of this car was 1 year free superchargers. Wow, we've just saved £300 almost. Would I do this journey again in a Tesla? Yes I would. Do I have range anxiety for an electric vehicle? Not with a Tesla, not at all. There were so many charging places we could go to, and it charges very, very quick on those superchargers. So all in all, a big thumbs up from me for this car. So if you like this video, don't forget to support my channel by subscribing and give this video a big thumbs up so I can make more videos like this for you guys. Till the next time, Stay safe.